History of Toilet Paper and Other Potty Tools, written by Sophia Goltz and illustrated by Zana Tamoy. In the beginning, potty time meant the great outdoors with stones and seashells, grass, moss, leaves, and water or snow. As civilizations advanced, so did technology. Well, sort of. Some folks use ceramic or brick potties, or simple pots, but most people still use the great outdoors. Don't mind me, I'm just watering the flowers. Watch out below. Thousands of years ago, the Romans really knew how to potty in style. Fresh frescoes, people. And look, there's running water. Ah. That is, if you didn't mind pottying in public and sharing a tersorium, that's a bum brush, with others. No paper, no problem. Brush your bum and pass it on. So, when did paper finally make an appearance beside toilets? Well, almost 2,000 years ago, a Chinese inventor named Kai Lun wanted something easy to write on. So he mixed and mashed plant bark, rags, and fishing nets until he invented paper. But this paper wasn't for potties, it was used for writing. That meant the bum brush remained a popular choice, lightweight and easy to pack. Don't forget your sword and your stick, ancient warrior. 1,000 years later, Kai Lun's invention was finally used for more than just writing. Thousands of toilet paper sheets were packaged each year in China, mostly for the imperial family. If you were lucky, those large sheets may have even been scented. Oh, lovely. But the rest of the world had yet to catch on. In England, a little more than 400 years ago, Sir John Harington had a wild idea. It was weird. It was wacky. It was the first flushing toilet. Now we're getting somewhere. Queen Elizabeth fancied the futuristic flusher. Unfortunately, it used too much water, so Harington's invention went bottoms up, forgotten in a flush. Oh, pooh. About 100 years later, in 1700s France, a contraption called the bidet brought a refreshing twist to cleanliness, albeit a little ticklish. Who needs paper when you can spritz? Meanwhile, across the globe in colonial America, outhouses and corn were a common combination. Delicious to eat, but bumpy on the bum. With the rise of magazines and newspapers in the late 1800s, a new sort of toilet paper arrived. Don't like today's headlines? Use that news to clear your rear. In fact, the Farmer's Almanac, a popular magazine at the time, was made with a hole near the spine so you could hang it in the outhouse right next to your potty. It wasn't until 1857 that Joseph Gayetti, an inventor in New York City, introduced the first commercial toilet paper. But Gayetti's flat sheets were expensive and only advertised for medical use. As a result, the invention went plop with the public. Drip, drop, down the drain. How silly. Pass me the corn. In 1871, another New York inventor named Seth Wheeler came up with a crafty concept when he perforated wrapping paper and rolled it up. While the invention was first meant for his wrapping paper company, he thought it might be a hit in the bathroom. And he was right. Look at these nifty little holes. But it was two brothers, Clarence and E. Irvin Scott, who took the paper to the potty around 1890. The Scott brothers supplied the rolls to stores and merchants who then sold the paper to everyone. We're really on a roll. Can you believe humans were around for more than 195,000 years before they invented something as simple as toilet paper? And now it's used for all sorts of things. Poo, plant, and play. Today, potty time across the globe is still as different as it was in the beginning of humankind. But one thing is certain, whether you prefer your potty to be fancy, simple, shared, private, or in the great outdoors, or whether you have paper, grass, sticks, or water, when it's time to go, it's time to go. The end. Here's a timeline at the end that shows the progression. 200 years ago, first Homo sapiens walking the earth. 4th century BC, 79 AD, 105 AD, 1300s, 1596, all the way down to 1890, when the Scott brothers mass-produced and popularized Royal Road toilet paper, and we thank them for that. I hope you enjoyed the history of toilet paper and other potty tools.